Hi guys, I hope you're well. Welcome to Nourish and welcome to another day in the life of the crazy. If you don't know what that means, you don't follow me on Instagram. And you should. all the good stuff is on Instagram, and I think I post more regularly on Instagram than I do on YouTube. Sorry, I'm holding this with my hand. I was literally about to go out. I have to be somewhere in about 30 minutes, but I thought this is a missed opportunity if I don't use it. My last video was a bit uncomfortable for a lot of people, and I don't necessarily myself feel comfortable posting a devotional or a food video straight after something like that. I feel like there needs to be some kind of buffer in between to just reduce. I don't know what it is. Is it the tension? Is it anxiety? I don't know. But the response has been interesting. Okay, should I? Yeah, let's do it. So let's talk about the response I got to the video. First of all, the men, before they saw the video, right? And this is about 98% of males when they saw the thumbnail for the video and the message that I posted on Facebook and I think on Instagram as well. They were, I need to find the proper word to say this. Reluctant? Yes. They were very reluctant to the video or the content, and I think in their minds they thought it was going to be like a tell-all expose where I'd basically be exposing the details of my relationship, the ins and the outs of it. And so their first response when seeing the thumbnail, not when watching the video, not when talking to me, but just seeing the thumbnail was, "Bibi, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? You should stop." And I'm only saying this because they typed, most people typed in capitals with exclamation marks. So I'm assuming that you're being very aggressive. Okay, just be cognizant of that when you're typing to somebody, your grammar, your punctuation. So they were like, "Yeah, stop, think about this. What are you going to be doing to somebody else?" So the guys were actually concerned with the guy. And I'm playing devil's advocate here, but it was my observation that the males were concerned with the other male in the story, how he would be perceived, how he would be feeling, even though these people had no idea who he was. These are my connections, my, I guess, acquaintances, people who I've come across in life, and we have each other on social media. But that was their response, funny enough, without first, hearing from me what the video is about. Just on the perceived content, that was the response. The women would see the thumbnail and then would send me "Oh babes, I'm so sorry, I didn't really expect this, I never saw it coming, but I'm praying for you, sis, and I hope you're well, I'll watch the video." That was 99% of the women who got back to me. All of them said that, or some of them said nothing and just watched the video. The guys, I got a couple of messages where it was like, "I'm not gonna watch this video, I didn't think you would do something like this." Yeah, that was basically the contending majority of men. A couple of them were very understanding. I even had somebody who had a discussion with me before the video went up who said, at first when he saw the thumbnail, that was his natural response. But after he had some time to process what I had said and to process it in the context of who I am, that fear or that anxiety sort of like dwindled down, and he was like, "I'll just have to watch the video to know." So not making any assumptions, but allowing the situation to tell for itself. Okay, so that was the response before the video was watched. After the video came out and everybody had the 47 minutes, I know it was long. I did not expect that, but I couldn't cut it short. I felt like everything that needed to be said was in that 47 minutes, so I couldn't cut it out. And I shortened it, trust me, I shortened it by a couple, probably not much though, but yeah, that was that. Oh, the video comes out, and then now it's the response to people who've actually seen the content. I think both genders, majority was happy with the content and happy with how it was presented. And the guys who had come and had said all of these things about it going to be disrespectful, it's going to be distasteful, what are you doing, you're ruining your life. They then came back to say, oh wow, no, sorry, not everyone though, but I think a good number of people came back to say, no, sorry, the video was actually not what I thought it would be, and I'm glad that you took the approach you did and that you didn't go into detail. So I have an internal struggle with this, because I feel like it took away, especially for people who came back and that was their response, I feel like it took away a lot from what I was trying to communicate, what I was trying to basically teach from my experience. They were looking for things that I was doing wrong instead of focusing on what I was saying. So when they come back to me, they don't come back to me and say, oh my gosh, I actually learned something. It's more of a, I'm so grateful that you didn't do a frivolous and I don't even know what to call it. It was like a heinous little gossip session. They were just relieved that it wasn't that, which for me is, why do you watch the video? What was the purpose? Like, you just, yeah, I felt defeated by that response. And then there was a couple of people who still sent threats, literally threats, that I take down the video. Threats. My channel, my life, threatening me. And if anybody's thinking it wasn't my ex. He didn't say a single thing, so it's not him. But this is why I'm so surprised by the response. This was just random people letting me know what they think. And so they were like, no, you should take down the video. And I was like, why? And then they're like, oh, I'm so I'm not even going to talk about that one. But yes, I did get a couple of requests for me to take down the video after the video had been up, and I know they had gotten an opportunity to watch it. So I think some people just won't watch it out of principle because of what they think the video stands for, which is not what the video stands for. The video literally is a rendition of my experiences and lessons I learned from it. I am not exposing, I am not undressing. And I understand that divorce is still very taboo in our society. And Christians especially are very sensitive to things being spoken about publicly, especially things that, make people feel uneasy and uncomfortable. Cool, so that happened, but majority of the ladies watched the video, got back to me, and they were just overwhelmingly supportive. Like, thank you. I don't take it lightly that you watched the video and that you engaged with me. I think 80% of the people who watched that video wouldn't comment on the video, but they'll send me an inbox or an email or a DM on Instagram and say, hey, wow, so thank you so much for changing my perspective on so and so and so. Or somebody would say, oh my gosh, I'm actually going through something very similar, and this basically has stopped me from making a mistake. Or somebody would say, I might not relate to the context, that I might not relate to how you make decisions, but the way you stood up for yourself taught me something. So those were like I think, let me be fair. The vast majority of the responses were actually good. It's just that somehow, some way in life, the bad has a way of overwhelming and overshadowing the good. Probably 98% of all the feedback I've gotten has been positive. And so yeah, maybe, I don't know why I shared that, but basically, I was so scared, I thought somebody was coming into the house. Basically, that's how the video went. Also, today I'm going furniture shopping, so I thought I should take you guys with. Again, this is an unplanned video. It should serve as a buffer in between my other videos and the videos that I posted. So let me first, to anybody who doesn't know my heater drama. So if you are new here, you have no idea what this is about. And I don't know if I should retell the story, but we'll get back to this when I get back home. So this is where I live. This is not, I guess, a little bit of a tour. Here is my door, right? This is the door. There's not much furniture. That's my little office setup. I spend 90% of my time there, 90% in my bed, sleeping. This is books that won't fit on this bookshelf. So I wanted to get another bookshelf to put it over here, but I don't know. I'm not too sure how that's going, but it's a thought. I wanted it. Now that that mirror is there, I like the mirror there. So that's my problem. But these books need a home. And then here's where I want to put a couch. Let me move back. There's the whole view of the room. Here is where I want to put a little bit of a couch, a 3-seater, 2 meters, because I've got the space. And this is the color palette I'm going with. So all the woods in this room are very dark and some black portions. So I'm keeping with that. Black is going to be an anchoring color. And the seat I'm going to put here, I'm thinking of going with one of these blues. Not too sure. Over here, I want to put a mid-century modern cabinet. So I'm not a TV person, so I'm never going to have a TV. However, I want to put a little bit of a credenza or a sideboard over here because I don't have much storage in the kitchen, if you can actually see. I didn't clean this morning, so forgive me if it's messy. So I don't have much storage. This is literally it. This is all my storage in the kitchen, and that is a dustbin. So you open that up and there's a little flip bin inside. So I don't have any storage. This is pots, spoons, miscellaneous, and then spoons. This is all my savory things. This is all my breakfast and sweet things and baking things. Up here is glasses. Here is my plates in here and my cups. So I literally don't have a lot of space and I need more space. I've actually started putting things into this little chest of drawers that I'm supposed to move to my bedroom. But living here for 5 months, I haven't had the opportunity to pack. So there's a little bit of homeware. We can do a haul when I get back. So yeah, I need a lot of space. So that's why I'm getting a sideboard here so that I can store additional things from the kitchen. And I think on top of the sideboard, this is how we should view it actually. I want to put a bit of a gallery wall over here. Can you just focus, please? Yeah, I want to have a little gallery wall. So imagine a sideboard. I'm going to try and include a picture somewhere of what I want with like a gallery wall. Also, I think I must sell these paintings. I've had them for so long and I just don't relate to them anymore. Always will be one of my favorites though, but I think I'm into abstract minimal art. So these two, I'm going to try and find them a home. Yeah, so there's going to be a credenza. I'm going with black wood, mid-century modern style, and then a little bit of a gallery wall here. And then there, I want 2 small, narrow paintings on the side of this painting, just for more symmetry. That mirror, I don't know what I was thinking. I always had it, so I just put it up there just because I had it, not because I thought it went. So yeah, and that's my baby. That's another story for another day. But basically, this is the tour. This is what we're doing today. We're trying to find a couch to fill this space, which is about 2 meters. So contrary to popular opinion, filming is actually a lot of work. Like, you've got to do angles, you've got to do lighting, you've got to do battery. It's a lot. And I've actually, oh my gosh, I've lost a camera battery, so that's also a drama for another day. I'm just trying to gather my things so that we can leave. We have an appointment, 2 appointments today with guys who make couches. I have looked at couches online. I've even tried visiting a couple of stores, and my issue is just price point for what I want, and also nobody sells what I want, specifically what I want. I found similar-ish, not really similar, just a little similar couches to what I'm looking for. And so unfortunately, similar for me is not good enough. I want the couch I want. So kill me now, really, honestly. But let's go. Hi guys, so I am at Sahara Furnitures. It's in south of Johannesburg, and this is basically the selection for the velvets. Stunning. We've gone with this blue. This is Oyama. Fabulous, and he was helping me out today. So friendly, great service. And basically I have picked a blue velvet, sort of. We're still undecided, but you'll all see it in the reveal. And these are the studs I want, I think. These are the choices. So yeah, stunning. And this is our mutant furniture. This actually goes over here, but for now I just put it on top because we are working on something exciting. And so this is the Chesterfield. Extremely beautiful. Quality on deck, on fleek, amazing. It's lit. And how much is this on average?
So 7.5
for the
so this is the universal one. This part actually moves from here to the other side if you want to. So you can move this one to that side. So this one it's called a universal couch. So you can move this one and then put it there here. So it's 7,500 just for this one piece.
Oh.
But if you want it as a 3-seater without this part, it's going for 7.5 still.
Okay.
So the promotion, if you want it as an L shape, it's 7.5. If you just want it made as a 3-seater, it's also 7.5.
I would say I never hooked you up. You heard that here first. 7.5 for the 3-seater Chesterfield in any color with any leg. You saw the options, and I honestly think worth it. Chef's kiss. I'll see you at the next store. This is my favorite piece here by far. It's so stunning. We've got the gold accents and we've got the timbre and the gloss top, but I would have liked it in a black and gold because that's basically what I'm going for. They also have it in, so you have your credenza, your sideboard, your TV stand, and you have this, I guess it's a what's a coffee table? Guys, it's stunning. It's so stunning. Manje, this piece. Oh, it's a sleeper couch. Oh wow. Wow, it's almost like double queen size. Stunning, and that is so unique. This is very different, just not me, but it's unique and it's stunning. Hi guys, good evening. It's actually, let's see, today is Saturday the 5th of June and it's 6:30 in the evening, but I swear it's like in my head it's like 10 p.m. It's freezing, which should come as no surprise because we are having a cold front and it's insane. So I can't shoot in the living room because it's freezing and I can't heat the space. It's just too big to heat. It's too much. So I'm basically locked up in this room because it's the only room that has 2 doors that I can actually close to keep warm. Everything else is open plan. You know, we say we want these things. I want the massive house with the open plan kitchen, with the open plan living room that overlooks the view. You don't know what you're saying. There's a sliding door here. You guys saw, I think it was on Instagram where I showed you guys that the sliding door basically goes up to the roof, and the roof is 3.7 meters high, which is extremely high. And imagine all of that glass means that all of that cold, convection and conduction, we lose heat. So yeah, be careful what you ask for, guys. High ceilings are aesthetically pleasing, but heat temperature wise, I can't do it. I just want a normal roof at this point. Anyway, bahlali, namhlanje ngiyabonga ukuthi nizile ku video yam. I think the last clip, that I showed you must have been me going furniture shopping. Now, I only told you guys about the sofa, so let's just stick to that. I guess we'll reveal the other plans as time goes by and things develop a little bit more. Right now, there's really not much to share, just the vision in my head. So, okay, let's first start with, I'll try and put up the picture of my mood board. Like, okay, let's share my mood board. So this would be what I'm going for, right? I want a couch that is dark in color to match all the dark tones of the room, and I want the couch to be big enough to seat at least 3 to 4 people, even though I'll never have 3 to 4 people here, I think. But I want to be able to lounge on it and comfortably enjoy my afternoons and my evenings. I want a big couch. Okay, I'm not a small couch kind of girl, so I want something that's about 2.3 meters long, based on the measurements of that wall. And in terms of color, I honestly am into blue right now. And I had a red couch before, and I kept that for a number of years without growing bored of it. And because that was red velvet, and now I'm going for, like, in my head, something blue or a really dark gray, or even better, a midnight blue. A midnight blue would be like a black blue. So it's actually a blue, but it's so dark in certain light it looks black. So that's where I was going. And basically how I went about this was, first, you do your research. Before you put together your mood board, do your research of color schemes and themes that you're into. I know I am a modern industrial babe. I know I am not into boho, I'm not into farmhouse. I'm into Scandinavian a little bit, but whenever I look at anything, what stands out for me is anything modern industrial with a little bit of mid-century, okay? So those are my styles. So first you need to know your style, you need to know your aesthetic, so that you can plan your space well. And then the second thing that I need to do has to do with the space itself. Sometimes I might be industrial, but my space is very whimsical, maybe with a slanted roof, maybe with a skylight. The space also determines the style to some degree. So I'm lucky that I live in an industrial building. Like, everything about this place is industrial. You can see behind me, they didn't cover the brick. It's actually a red brick wall, and I'm really sad that the owner actually decided to paint it white. But to each his own. So I'm into industrial, and I really loved this specific complex because of the fact that they kept the rawness of the materials. So yeah. So second, the space tells you. So my space has red brick, and red brick kind of complicates things because it tends to clash with bright colors, blue being one of them. I mean, if you look at the complementary wheel, if you remember from primary school, your complementary color wheel, red and blue are like, they're not great. Reds usually go with yellows, and blues usually go with yellows or greens. But red and blue themselves together is not, they do what we call color blocking and what we may trend, but it's actually really harsh on the eyes. So that was the problem. But I kind of figured it out, because there's white walls, you could kind of separate the spaces and make the red its own feature and the blue its own feature, because they stand out in a space. So yeah, I let the space also dictate to me the color that I was gonna pick. So I was gonna either go for a blue, which I was into, a blue velvet, or I was gonna go into a dark gray. But the dark gray really wasn't a choice. It was more to complement the red wall. So it was a logical choice. But the heart wants what it wants, guys. You can't deny it, Bahlali. So that led me to the third thing, which was after putting together my mood board, letting the space dictate to me, understanding my style, understanding the spatial arrangements in the space, and how big a couch, how small a couch I could get, how big a sideboard, how small a sideboard I could get, the different elements, because I'm not currently looking for a coffee table. I kind of feel like, because the middle there is currently a passageway, I should just leave it free. And yeah, So those are the big two pieces of furniture that I was really looking for. And then let's see. Oh, then I had to find suppliers in the area that I'm in. So if you don't know, I've just moved, not just moved, it's been 5 months. I've just moved to a new province. And it's been really interesting getting to navigate the Homeware space here, because every little town, I don't know if it's towns or every space has its own suppliers and popular stores, and some spaces have less. By spaces I mean like regions. Like if you were in Durban, you'd say Umhlanga and Durban are different regions. So the same with this current place that I'm in. And so I found myself, you know, in this overwhelming magnitude of suppliers, but I don't know where they're situated. So I first just narrowed down suppliers within the province basically, and then I knocked them off based on their geographic location. So closest to me means cheapest delivery cost means I'm happy. So I went down the list of suppliers and I ended up with a list of 5 suppliers. It was Lifestyle Home, and I'll leave their details in the description box. Actually, I'll just leave their Instagram pages. If you want their details, just get in touch with them. It was Lifestyle Home, which is in Pretoria. Quality, beautiful, okay? I wish I could have gone in person to see them, Lifestyle Home, but I just don't have the time to travel to Pretoria and back. And also I felt like that delivery was gonna be a lot. So there's Lifestyle Home, and then there was D3 Blinds. I think that's what they called. I hope that's what they called. They make impeccable furniture, but their price point for me, sometimes, especially for custom pieces, sometimes it's not that great. And then the third company was Mdu Couches. I think he's Mdu Couches or Mdu Furnitures, and TT. So Mdu and TT were in the top 2, but I just felt like for what I wanted, it might be a bit of an overwhelming order for them because it was so different from what I've seen them make. So the top 2 then became Art Hero and Sahara Furnitures. Now, before we move on to these 2, which are the ones I actually visited yesterday, let's also talk about the Mdu and TT. Even though I thought they were decent in terms of craftsmanship and their customer satisfaction was really high. If you've seen the videos that they post on their stories of people receiving their products, the reactions are mostly really over. I actually haven't seen a bad one, which makes sense. It would be bad marketing if you posted a video of somebody who doesn't like your product. But anyway, so they ranked pretty good on customer satisfaction. But I thought in comparison to all the others, in terms of, you know, design and exploring shapes and exploring, I just feel like they keep making the same thing over and over, when the other 4 actually, they really did explore, you know, different tastes for different people, different styles, and perhaps maybe they're bigger stores. That might just be it. They're bigger and they've more experience, so they've had more exposure and a larger variety of clients. So that's why I didn't go with Mdu and TT. So with Sahara and with Art Hero, I came across a lot of evidence that they could make a custom piece. The couch that I want, I have never seen. I have spent 3 months solid Googling it, like trying to find anything that remotely looks close to it, and there's very little. But it's not an uncommon couch, it's not an uncommon shape. I'd say I am just modifying a classic, and that specific modification that I want to do is not common. So I knew right off the bat, by virtue of it just being me shopping for furniture, I knew it was going to be expensive. So I had set my budget. And I guess, I don't know, I feel like should we talk about budget in this video? I'll decide. I'll decide as we speak. But basically, I had set my budget months before actually contacting the suppliers and making meetings to see them. And so I didn't communicate with them when I was coming that this was actually going to be a really complex situation. I basically just said, I want a couch, can I come see you? They were like, okay, yes. And I was like, yeah, I got you. So let's start with Sahara. I went to that store. I kind of struggled to find it because it looks very different in store. Well, not in store, the outside of the store. in person than it does on Google Images, so I thought they had moved. So I spent like 45-30 minutes, you know, wasting time trying to find them, trying to contact them, but I eventually, you know, it was exactly where they said it would be. It just looked a little different. So yeah, I found them, and they were the first store that I visited. So the conversation, I think, was the least structured, because they were the first people to actually, you know, let me know how a consultation for furniture was gonna go. So we spoke about what I wanted. I walked into the store. First of all, let's start with the experience. I walked into the store, my hands were sanitized for me. I was allowed to walk on the floor, and then I was approached, and at the end of my little roundabout walk, because the furniture is set in a circle, I think for COVID reasons, so you basically walk through it, and by the time you get to the end, then somebody came up to me. It was Iyanda. In the video I call him Oyama Cringe, and he never corrects me. I'm so sorry, Iyanda. But Iyanda approached me. He was effervescent, he was warm, he was really interested, and I had not pulled out the camera. So he didn't know that I was gonna, you know, be taking footage of the store. He just treated me amazing from the onset, okay? And he didn't judge me based on how much I could afford, or how much I was bringing into the store, or whether I was gonna design a custom piece or I was gonna buy a piece already in the store. He literally just very warmly greeted me, asked me what I'm interested in, for what kind of space, told me a little bit about himself. Like, it was like talking to a friend. And I really, really appreciated that, because furniture shopping can be intimidating. You can think of sale consultants as not the enemy, but the people who just want to make a sale. But I got the impression from just that interaction and that first impression that he wanted to really make me happy. And so I was very free in telling him, and transparent in telling him, that I'm furniture shopping and I want a custom piece. And I know it doesn't exist to begin with, so it's going to be a very difficult concept to visualize, but I would love for them to quote me and just let me know if they would be willing to do it. So we discussed the specifications of the couch, we went through what they have and what they don't have, and the service was so impeccable, guys. This is not sponsored, I will be paying full price for my couch, but the service was so impeccable that there was I wanted to see they called studs, they called strips, they call nail strips, but I'm gonna call them studs because that's what they are. Those little metal finishes, the buttons that they can kind of put in a line to line the furniture, and they look like a metal. I'll put a picture somewhere, I don't know where, but I'll put a picture of what I'm talking about. There was a specific kind of stud that I was looking for. I didn't even know I was looking for it. I just thought I wanted gold or silver. I think I wanted gold, silver, or black. And they were like, oh no, we have actually something else that is more suited to your taste. It's a bit vintagey, brassy, a little bit tarnished. Let's go and get it for you. And they were like, oh no, we actually don't have it at this store, but if you give us just 10 minutes, we'll go get it. They literally drove to go and get me a stud, one. And you can, I actually have a clip where I was holding the sample. So it's that kind of, for me, it's like going out of your way. I mean, at this point, it's not even a sale. I'm just looking at stuff. But they went out of their way to make sure I was comfortable, and I was honestly just amazed by the customer service. That's where they won me over, honestly. But also they have the widest selection of all the stores. They have the most colors of velvet. They have, I think, also of leather, if I'm not wrong. They had an amazing color selection. They had the most choice in legs as well. So of all the stores, they had the greatest selection of those two items, which seems small. It seems small and insignificant, but the reality is actually that it changes everything. If you change the legs of a couch, you can take it from mid-century modern to mom, to family, to cozy, to comfy. That's a look, okay? So it's really important and imperative to building couches or building furniture with your clients that you give them selection. Cool. So I'm raving on about Sahara, but guys, like I promise you, like, it was such a pleasant experience. So we go through the choices, we put together my mutant couch. He really makes sure that he understands my vision by telling me what I'm telling him. So at the end of everything, he was like, okay, so let me get this right. You're saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and over here and over here. And I was like, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. He's like, okay. And then the most amazing thing happens. He doesn't make me wait for a quote. He goes into the back with, I guess, another manager. They do the calculations, they come back to me with a quote. in the time that I'm shooting, because after that then I tell him at the end of the consultation, I'm like, okay, so I actually have a YouTube channel and I'd like to record some clips for my channel. I have a little bit of a vlog going up. Could you please allow me to shoot in your store? Because some people get very uncomfortable with cameras and content shooting in their spaces. He was like, yeah, no, go ahead. And during the time that I'm shooting, he's putting together the quote. I didn't know this. He comes back to me with a formal quote, guys. A formal quote. Like, I honestly, Sahara Furniture, you have earned yourself a fan. Anyway, so yeah, that was Sahara Furniture. I was really impressed with their customer services and their selection of colors, of legs, and of what is the other thing? Yeah, of those two things. Then I went to the next store, which was Art Hero. Now, Art Hero was at the very top of my list. So of all the stores that I had shortlisted, I knew they were going to be a strong contender because the management of their social medias is phenomenal. Their advertising of themselves is equally great. And when you just look at their pieces, you can just tell that here is going down, and it's going down with a lot of dollars. Like, honestly, Art Hero, sure, I can't even lie, guys. Like, those people have impeccable quality. So I walked into the store. It was very easy to find on Google Maps. I got there, I was sanitized, I was greeted, but I think this is where there's a little bit of lack, customer service. So it wasn't busy. When I walked in, I was the only client. But it took a little bit of a while for the salesperson to approach me, and the showroom is massive, it's huge, and there's so much to see. But honestly, I was just there looking for a three-seat couch. So I wasn't going to be looking at everything that they had. So yeah, I walked in. It took a little bit of time for the sales consultant to come to me. And when he did come to me, I was just so tired of looking. I wanted to get straight to the point. So I was just like, hey, how are you? I'm good. This is what I want. I explained it fully to him, but I had to explain it. I counted 7 times before he understood what I was saying. And even then, he was still like, no, we don't do customs. You take what you get. Can I put that meme of that girl from Blackish, that one? Like, I was like, excuse me, what? Because I know they do custom pieces. I've seen it. And he's like, no, we don't customize. Okay, that's not what I've heard. That's not what I know. So he wasn't arrogant about it, but he was so resilient to the idea of me getting this custom couch. No, it's going to be so much work. You don't want that. It's not going to look nice. I'm like, this is what I want for my space. You've never seen my space. You don't know what I'm going to do with it. You don't know how I'm going to place it. Like, how can you just conclude by virtue of it being something you don't want that it's something that I would not like? So it's fine. The customer service, basically, for me, out of 10, I'd give them like a 5 or a 4. And I'm only adding the extra point because we're not allowed to film in store at Art Hero, but the sales consultant, he let me film upstairs freely. He was like, no, when we're upstairs, you can film a few clips, but when we're downstairs, please put away your camera. So that's why I'm giving him the 1 point. But other than that, honestly, customer service is a 4. He wasn't trying to sell me anything. He wasn't trying to make the company money. He was just reluctant to the idea of me customizing furniture, and that turned me off by a lot. So it's fine. After speaking to him, I was like, you know what, can I just speak to the guy, above you? Like, can I just speak to the guy closer to the guys who make the furniture? So he got the guy for me. It took a while. And I was in that store for a very long time, unnecessarily. But anyway, and I spoke to the main guy. When he came, I had spoken to this sales consultant. I had spoken to the one above him. And then I had spoken to the one I had actually wanted to speak to. So it was just a very exhausting experience. But the quality, guys, the quality was phenomenal. Like, I don't question that if I bought from them, that pieces, it's gonna last me years. Like, and it's beautiful. The workmanship is beautiful. The lines are so precise. Whew. Art Hero, honestly, they make great furniture, but because I dealt with them and the experience wasn't great, I fear that if I buy a piece of furniture and something goes wrong and I receive it and I'm not happy, I'm going to be treated badly, because you've already showed me that you don't value the customer. You've already shown me by virtue of customer service that it's about my money, it's not about me. And I can't do that. So it's fine, let's cut this short. Art Hero, then we finally get to a point where they're willing to hear me. And guys, listen to this. The only reason they were willing to hear me is because I said, so what if I just pay you first? You know, because they were complaining about this. What if we make this thing, it's ugly, and then you don't want to pay us? I was like, okay, let's sort the payment out up front. Let's do the payment before you make the couch, right? And then you make the couch and I collect what is mine. They're like, oh, okay. After that was said, after the money was put on the table, then all of a sudden I was considered enough, where now we're actually negotiating around the design. And even then, I wasn't getting the design I wanted. There were so many compromises, which I don't understand, because I'm giving you money to make me a couch. You have a skill, I have a need. You deliver based on what I need, not based on what you want to provide me with. Anyway, so long story short, Art Hero, they gave me the most exorbitant quotation of the bunch, which I'm not actually sour about because I've seen their product, but I don't also know if they're charging me that much because I was giving them so much trouble with the design. And it's not a difficult design. It's never been done. That's just the thing. But it's not a difficult, they can make it. They definitely can make it. And considering that Sahara, there was not once where I was told, we don't do that. I was told, we don't do that. We wouldn't use that stuffing for your back pillows. There was just so much at Art Hero. Honestly, I was gonna get a couch that half looks like what I want, which I'm not happy about for the price. So anyway, let's do the big reveal. Art Hero, for the custom couch that I wanted, they would have charged me 10,400, including delivery. And I'm about 8 kilometers from the store. Yeah, I think it's about 8 kilometers. And Sahara, for the exact same couch with delivery, is gonna charge me 8,000 Rand. You won't believe what an easy decision this was. I didn't even flinch. I mean, I think I sat in the car after I left Art Hero and I was hurt, because I was just hurt because I thought you just lost the customer, not because of the product that you deliver, but because of how you treat people. And so immediately when I got into the car, I just called Sahara and I was like, guys, the couch, you know, if you're willing to make it, it's yours. This order is yours. Like, just solely based on the fact that they treated me better. To be honest, I think had Art Hero tried, like, they didn't have the right legs. They only have they only have 3 options for legs. Sahara has 6. They didn't want to do something that I wanted on the inside of the couch. Sahara was willing to do it. Another problem with them, they didn't want to use the right stuffing for the back cushions that I wanted. Sahara was willing to offer me that. So even though I think in terms of craftsmanship, you know, Art Hero is a little bit, you know, here, and they're an experienced store. They've been in the furniture business for a long time, so maybe that's why they seem to have a bit of an edge over Sahara. But I am absolutely confident in my experiences at Sahara that I will get the couch that I want. Not the quality that Art Hero would have delivered with a couch that I don't want, but the couch that I want, and I would be treated well. So Sahara furniture! Ooh, ooh, ooh. And then, oh guys, you know what? I'm such a groupie. Then I found out that actually Vongai actually bought her furniture there. Another story for another day. But I was like, okay, you've got a rep. You've got a rep, I can work with you. So Sahara Furnitures and me are doing a collaboration. It's not a collaboration, guys. I'm purchasing a couch from there full price, and I'm very happy to be purchasing from there. So now that long story is done about my couches, I can't wait for you guys to see the couch. Let me know if this is expensive for a couch also, because I think there were cheaper options. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's go over. After going to the furniture shopping, I was just so drained. I needed to do something that I enjoy, so I went somewhere. Somebody recommended, after my last Homeware haul, they recommended a shop in China Mall, at Crown Mines, so it's China Mall in the south, and I was in the south for these shops. So they were like, okay, you should check out this homeware store, you will love what they sell. And I was like, okay, I'll check it out. So I've got a few things from there that I want to go over, but first let's actually do the small stuff, the small stuff. First, this is from H&M Home, and it's actually a little bit of a container with a bamboo lid with an airlock seal. I love that. Don't buy bamboo containers without the airlock seal, because things will get into your food or they'll go bad. So yeah, keep that in mind. So it's matte black, it's stunning. It's got this, I don't even know what it's called. It's dotting. It's got this dotting on the sides, on the edge. Love texture and love the simplicity of it, but also the functionality. So I keep my sesame seeds in here and it does so great. That's the first thing. Second is gonna be these coasters. Guys, I am a lover of coasters, okay? So this is a combination of my favorite things. Marble and brass that is gold. Oh, guys, love this. So these are, I hope the camera really does them justice. They are half marble, half, I think this is quartz. And they look good back and front. Very important when you're making quality products. They mustn't just look good from the front. Back and front, boo-boo. And they're so easy to clean, easy to shine. And this is extremely cold because it's winter, but I love a good look. This is from Poetry. Thank you, Poetry. We love you. I think Poetry really, yeah, guys, they make things for me. Like, let's just. And then these beauties are actually figs. Guys, they're gold salt and pepper holders that look like figs, and I love them so much. Okay, first of all, the gold for me, the tone of it is a bit yellow, which is not, it's not for me really, but I can forgive them because they are stunning. And they're fully ceramic. I think they're ceramic. Are they? No, they're metal. These are metal. They have, you can see at the bottom where the metal was cut. Why would you make these out of metal though? They're metal. I wasn't expecting that. They're metal. Okay. Yeah, and I've never used them before and they're stunning. And this was also from, did I say Poetry? Yeah, from Poetry. Not H&M, but Poetry. If I can remember the prices, I'll link them below. And then I'm basically going from what I am least excited about, maybe because I had it a little bit longer, to what I'm most excited about, okay? So this is like in the middle. This was a set of 2 cups from my friend and my lover, Shalina. Shalina bought me these stunning pieces with a little bamboo saucer. Like, guys, how cute is she? And honestly, I think if you really know me, you'll know, like, I'm probably, if I was from the East, I would probably be Japanese. Like, I love the people, I love the culture, I love the food. So yeah, here we go. My cutie cups from, I don't know where she got these actually, but the bottom says Natura. Yeah. And check out www.easylifedesign.it. So are they from Italy, Shalina? Shalina, you shouldn't have, girl. Love you. So yeah, there's those. And then is a recommendation from, I don't know if I can remember her handle, but the subscriber who recommended China Mall, because she said I could find some amazing homeware from China Mall. So I actually got Japanese, again guys, me and Japanese things. I got these for whenever I have like a sushi or a noodle date. So not a date with a guy, stop it, but like, you know, when a friend is over and we're eating that stuff, okay? Or even family, like, it doesn't matter. When I'm just having a sushi date, it's a sushi date, leave me alone. Basically, it's a gold rim. Oh, guys, this is stunning. Gold rim, and the inside is hand. That almost went sour. The inside is hand painted, with this beautiful pattern, and I love that it's a modern take on a classic. The shape. So I basically got this little set, and then I got noodle bowls, and I don't use noodle bowls because for me they're too small. I likes to eat, okay? I likes to eat. A girl has to eat. So I got these cutie pies. Look at the texture, guys. I love texture. So it's also gold rimmed. I haven't put these in the microwave, but it actually says on the back, it's probably, I don't know if it's real gold, but it says don't put in the microwave. And you usually don't put things into microwaves or dishwashers if they have real gold on them. So I'm not too sure. But there's my little noodle bowl. Love it. And then I got this, I don't even know, platter, sushi platter. It came in 2 sizes and I got like 1. Guys, these are such amazing quality. So I got this at the South in China Mall. There is a Homeware store at the absolute corner of the big mall. I don't know, I didn't get the name of the store. I didn't, sorry. But how I'll direct you is, you walk into the real mall. When you get to China Mall, you don't go to those side little shops. You go to the real mall, and then you go to the top floor. So I think China Mall has 2 floors, ground floor and the first floor. You go to the first floor, and then you walk to your, when you come in, it'll be your left. So you walk up the stairs and you go to your left. The left corner of the first floor, like when you go up the stairs, left corner, when you pass all the shops, the last shop, that is the Homeware store. You cannot miss it. Guys, this stuff is so fabulous. Please sing. Yo, can we give credit where it's due though? Like, please look how cute this is. Imagine, and yesterday I had sushi, but I was out. Doesn't happen very often, but I was out, and I thought to myself, oh, I should bring some sushi home so that I can eat it in my little Homeware set. How cute is that? It's so beautiful. Like, being a woman is such a trip, guys. Such small things fill the heart with so much joy. And then the last thing, I was influenced by Janae Daly. I'll put a picture of her inspiration here, and I looked for this all over the internet, and I only found one company that in South Africa that sells anything remotely close. It was a company called The Chairman, and they actually usually sell art or candles, I'm not sure. So it was really weird that they were the only company in the country that sells ribbed glasses. And so, and I checked everything. I checked At Home, I checked Mr. Price, I checked H&M, I checked Zara Home, I checked everything. Nobody makes these glasses, right? Except The Chairman. And then I actually, through a post that Janae made, I actually saw that she linked dupes, right? So I went to where she shopped for her glasses, and personally, I don't like that her fluted glasses, they call fluted glasses, fluted ribbed glasses. I didn't like the fact that the flute at the bottom was long. I liked the look of the thin flute at the bottom and the thick flute at the top, but I didn't like the ratio. So I wanted the top one to be longer than the bottom one, and I didn't think it existed. Like with the couch, everything that I want is just out of this world. Nobody thinks of it, nobody wants it. So I didn't think it existed. And then she put a post up, I think on Instagram, where she was like, oh guys, this is where I got the glasses. I clicked on it and I saw that the company ships to South Africa, and I was like, oh my gosh, 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 but I can't afford it. And then I just browsed their stuff, and they were having, it wasn't quite a sale, but it was basically like you buy a set of a certain size and then they can throw in 2 free glasses. So it's not a sale, same price, but you get 2 extra glasses, okay. Then I found, should I show you? Then I found these! Woo! Like, just telling you about them is so exciting. Ooh. And they're crystal, guys. They're crystal. Like, these are so thin and so sensitive. Like, they're like these. I'm so glad I don't have children, guys, for many reasons, but one of them is these glasses. Like, if you're coming to my house, just drink out of the cups. Don't touch my glasses. I don't trust anyone with these. So they have like this flute at the bottom that is small, and then they have the big ribbed part. And when I first saw the ribbed trend, I was like, I am not falling for this. I'm not about that. But her glasses caught my heart, and then these ones just stole it. So the things you're gonna be seeing when I'm doing my vlogs and I'm drinking my matcha with my little glass straw out of this, girl, it's gonna be going down. But basically, yeah, I purchased these. I love them. I didn't have glasses, I think I told you guys in the last haul, and I was looking for something that would be aesthetically pleasing but functional, and so I found these. Also, another reason why I didn't buy the set that she had was because volume. I don't know why, I usually buy glasses that are like really big, and what happens is like over time you only like fill this much of the glass because you don't want to be drinking half a liter of milk or Coke or something. So I picked this because I thought this was a better size. This is about 200 mils, which is the right size. It's about a cup. It's just over a typical mug in size. So I thought this was a perfect drinking glass because even if you fill it, you're not drinking half a liter of soya milk. And soya milk, yeah, guys, I can't. So yeah, and also, why are you drinking soya milk like that? Like, you shouldn't be. Like, what are you doing just drinking soya milk? It's not milk. Anyway, controversy aside, I love them and I think they're perfect for me. And if you like the longer look, then I'll link the actual shop for you down below. But if you like these ones, I'll also try and link these. And they're clear. I saw gray ones. I saw a company that sells gray ones in South Africa, but they don't have the flute. Like, the flute for me is, guys, it's sparkling, like it's sparkling different colors. I don't know if you guys can see it on your end with the camera picks it up, but it literally sparkles. I love you, ne? I love you very much. Mommy loves you, don't break. So yeah, and if you'd like that glass but shorter and smaller with a gold rim, then the Chairman on Instagram, they sell those. So that's my little homeware haul. That's my furniture trip, and that's my experience from divorce, I guess. And yeah, I hope this video acts as a good palette cleanser from the last video. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a warm, guys, it's so cold, I hope you have a warm June and July. And if you can, please buy a blanket or give somebody a meal, somebody who doesn't have enough and cannot provide for themselves. Socks, you can do cheap socks at Pep, you can buy vests, just in any way that you can. Please help somebody else. And yeah, may God reward you and bless you abundantly as his resource to reach the world. The verse that I will be leaving you with is one that has walked me through this month, the month of April and May. And it is Isaiah 40:28. And I know most people read Isaiah 40 and they skip everything and just go to 31 and 30, where it says, you know, the Lord gives strength to the weary, they'll soar like eagles. He gives, what does it say? I know a lot of people, when they read this, they just skip basically to verse 30 and 31. And it says like that even though the youth grow weary and young men stumble and they fall, those who trust in God must not lose hope, because he will renew their strength. They will soar like eagles. They will walk and not grow faint. They will run and not grow weary. But you should read the rest of 40. The rest of 40 shows you about the identity of who God is. And so it starts, okay, so I'm going to start from verse 28, which was my favorite of the chapter. And it says that the Lord is our everlasting God. He is the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow weary, nor will he tire. And his understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. So it starts by assuring us of who God is. It starts by retelling the identity of this person who we pray to. So you're not just saying, you know, God, will do better than the young men who are strong but they stumble. But if you hope in him, he'll give you strength. No, it's saying, look, this is who you're praying to. This is the power and the magnitude. I mean, imagine somebody who can create the ends of the earth. That power is unlimited, it's unfathomable, and even his thoughts and his understanding is unfathomable. So it's a great encouragement to me of who I have put my trust in, and his resume is phenomenal. And so I have reason to trust him more than just knowing of, you know, the ability to trust him, but now it gives me reason and motivation to do so. And so after that, you can read the rest of the verse where it actually talks about what God can do for you, that he'll renew your strength, that you will soar like an eagle, that you will run and not grow weary, and that you will walk and not be faint. Yeah, so that has been my moment of encouragement. If you don't know that verse or that chapter, please go and visit it. And I hope and I pray that you and your family stay warm and have a lovely, lovely June. Eat your soups, stay warm, take your vitamin C, and please be safe. From my heart to you.